I've mentioned in other posts the customize function, but I wanted to do a whole tutorial on it because it does allow you to control very easily your typography, your colors, some of the just other really visual settings of your site without getting in the code. I think it's the fastest way to really make your site look different and stand out, as well as fit the personality of what you're creating. Although I really do think a lot of the defaults on Foodie look great just as is. But if you want to mess with this a little bit, you should have it available if you have a quick access bar under Customize. If not, you can go into your appearance and then Customize, and it'll bring up this special menu. And this is a menu that does live updates. So if I change something, it'll show up over here, as well as I can navigate to other pages. I can navigate to my recipe page because some of those things would be affected differently. And I can make sure everything's set up the way I want before I actually publish it. Lots of different options. I'm going to touch on what I think are some of the highlights of this, primarily starting at colors. You can change a lot of the colors and font colors of your site very quickly. Your menu colors, as you might imagine, you have your link color and your hover color. For example, if I wanted to change this to red, you can see how my these all change to red now. And if I wanted to change my hover color to something like green, if I hover over, I actually have the green in there. You can always go to default by just clicking the little button back there. Lots of different options. Text color would be things inside, such as my post here. If I wanted to change all of the text to something, and I'll do something crazy to just kind of make it stand out. So you get an idea of that, as well as your link color right over here. If I have some links in my post, could change all to yellow or otherwise. As well as I believe, yeah, scrolling down here. So any links that you have down here would be affected by that color. I will go back to default there and then scroll down, but just a number of quick, easy colors to adjust. You can choose any color or look up certain text colors and add those. Typography, I think this is so slick because it used to be quite a trick to get all these right or get these consistent. And if you're using a font family in here or getting it set up, it's a very quick way to change that and have it look whatever your vision was. Your body, font family, weight, and size would of course still be the same type of thing that's within your post. Something serif is sometimes pretty fun for readability or otherwise. So this PT serif is one I already like. And the changing my heading right now, it's this one, but if I do something like Oswald, I think that's it kind of has the sans serif set up here. If I could even make it look bold or extra bold. And as you can see, I'm very easily and quickly changing the way my site's displayed, kind of the feel it has, the readability, those sorts of things. So really cool options. Again, just save and publish and you are ready to go there. If you are changing, especially typography, looking on your other pages would be wise, because as you can see now I've got all these that have changed as well as down here. I think it looks good and still really slick, but things like this, maybe that's not what you want. And the only way to really undo this and do something different would be to get in the code a little bit. So just make sure either you're willing to get in the code or that you are okay with the font here being the same as what's in your post or what's displayed down here. So just because it looks good here, maybe you need to double check that it's good everywhere. Certain settings like a background image, those are totally possible and do offer a little bit of variety. I don't usually use them, but it is easy to use if that's something that fits your style. Navigation, I talked about this a little bit when we were doing menus and those sorts of things, so we don't really need to hit on much of that. Breadcrumbs allow you to show your user where they are on your site. Some people really like these, some people don't. You can set them up on separate pages and you don't have to add in any code to add these as well, which is pretty slick. Right now I'm on a specific post, so I would just want to show you what it looks like. I'll check post page and, oh, actually a single page, there we are. And it shows up here and kind of does the URI here, and I could click home or my category. And so now I'm on the home page since I don't have one right there, but if I do check it, it should show up there. So gives you some options if you appreciate that navigation functionality. Comments and trackbacks, this is just a simple setting that's available in your WordPress settings, but it does kind of give you a little bit of control, something that's not super helpful here, but it is available. And site layout, this too is available within Genesis. You can change any of these, but just if you were trying out different sizes pages or otherwise, you could use that. And content archives, as I mentioned before, on the homepage setup and the recipe page setup, available here, really great, but looking at those tutorials would actually be more helpful for you in setting that up and using that. But just thought I'd touch on that really quickly. It's a great way to make your site look different, stand out, and hopefully fit the theme that you're going for. Click Save and Publish, and you're good to go.